you're a plant-based chef. Do you think about plant-based eating and think about all the things that you're gonna get? That's right, it's all about what you're getting. Beautiful, gorgeous, satisfying foods, all kinds of flavor, texture, color. It's not about what you're giving up. Now you may still crave creamy ice cream and pastas that you used to eat when you weren't plant-based. And I'm here to show you a fun, delicious way to cover that creamy craving without a drop of dairy. And how? Well, nature's miracle fruit, the avocado, is a luscious, delectable fruit which just happens to be packed with fiber, mono-unsaturated fat, potassium, magnesium. It's good for you. It's really unbelievably healthy, and yet it feels like a crazy treat when you bite into it. So rich, so creamy. So you shouldn't just relegate it to guacamole. Dishes like this, I'm going to put these avocados on display with their incredible versatility, and they're going to be savory, they're going to be sweet, because avocado is the miracle fruit. So I made a pasta. Now this is this wonderful whole wheat pasta with avocado, tomato, fresh basil, a little lemon zest, and it's so delectable. And I've thrown a little bit of pistachio on there for crunch and more incredible unctuous richness. And then I've got the final word here, this beautiful avocado ice cream. This one, we've got a little banana in there, another incredibly creamy plant food, coconut cream, because another creamy food, and it's all plant-based and so delectable. And let me tell you, this is worth the price of admission. So follow along, make these dishes, and come on over to robinasbell.com. Maybe you can take a Zoom class with me right here in this kitchen. So here we go. Let's crush those creamy cravings. So let's crush that creamy craving. First thing I'm going to make today is this avocado ice cream. Unbelievably good. So I've got some coconut cream, and this is just the stuff you can scoop out of the coconut milk can after you chill it. Just want to make sure that you get coconut milk that doesn't have any additives to stabilize it, or gums, just pure coconut milk. Now this is agave syrup, and you can use maple or agave. This is a mild agave syrup. And then 2 teaspoons of lime juice, just for fun. A teaspoon of vanilla. And that's all the liquids. You have to put the liquids in first in these sorts of blenders. So then I'm going to put in these frozen sliced bananas. It's just 1 banana, frozen. And you don't have to freeze the banana if you're going to freeze this later. But if you want to make a soft serve, what you do is you can cut up the avocado ahead of time and freeze that as well, but it takes a lot more time blending. So this one's a little bit bruised, but you know what? No one will know the difference once it gets in there. So 2 ripe avocados, and we just cut them around the center. That one's nice. And pop out the pit. And here's my fabulous avocado goodness. All that creamy deliciousness that is so incredibly healthful too. So this is going to be a dessert that could masquerade as a smoothie if we were thinking that way. So now comes the exciting part where I just turn on the blender and jam, jam, jam. So you start with it on low speed. So then give it a little stir. So just take off the lid and check to see that there aren't any little bits left. Maybe I'll do one more blend. And there you have it. So then we just put our luscious avocado, and I just don't want to lose any of it, into a container so it can go into the freezer. So I'm just going to scoop, 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 or scrape, 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 and put that puree. Now I've got some that's already prepped in a different loaf pan. But that's basically what you want to have, is your beautiful avocado green lusciousness. And I will smooth it out or swirl it. That's what you want, is the beautiful luscious swirly pattern. So swirl, 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 swirl. And there is our avocado ice cream, ready to go into the freezer. Next comes our pasta. Now this pasta is so simple and quick. You're gonna love it. I'm just cutting up. I've got some basil here that I'm gonna chop up and put it into a bowl. And I've got my pasta ready to go. So this is 8 ounces of whole wheat spaghetti going into a pot of salted water. And I'm going to set a timer for about 8 minutes. And I've got some veggies chopped up that I'm going to add for about the last 2 minutes of that. So as soon as this softens up, I'll get it the rest of the way in there. And so I'm going to just, it's left. Maybe I'll do one more blend because we want it really smooth and creamy. And there you have it. So then we just put our luscious avocado, and I just don't want to lose any of it, into a container so it can go into the freezer. So I'm just going to scoop, 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 or scrape, 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 and put that puree. Now I've got some that's already prepped in a different loaf pan. But that's basically what you want to have, is your beautiful avocado green lusciousness. And I will smooth it out or swirl it. That's what you want, is the beautiful luscious swirly pattern. So swirl, 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 swirl. And there is our avocado ice cream, ready to go into the freezer. comes our pasta. Now this pasta is so simple and quick. You're gonna love it. I'm just cutting up. I've got some basil here that I'm gonna chop up and put it into a bowl. And I've got my pasta ready to go. So this is 8 ounces of whole wheat spaghetti going into a pot of salted water. And I'm going to set a timer for about 8 minutes. And I've got some veggies chopped up that I'm going to add for about the last 2 minutes of that. So as soon as this softens up, I'll get it the rest of the way in there. And so I'm going to just make a simple little dressing for this, where I'm just going to chiffonade some basil, and that is just taking a couple of handfuls of basil and you just roll it up on the cutting board so that you can thinly slice it across the leaf. And believe it or not, if you slice basil across the leaf in thin slices, it will stop from turning brown quite as quickly as if you just randomly chop it. So we'll put that in there. I've got 2 large tomatoes chopped. This is absolutely fantastic during tomato season. Stir this pasta. Then I've got a tablespoon of fresh lemon zest. Absolutely fantastic. 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Can't go wrong with that. And the people who are avoiding oil can just add a little lemon juice. Call it good. And I'll just get this stirred up a little bit. And I'll put in some salt and freshly ground black pepper. And give this another stir, because we don't want our pasta to cook into one solid lump. Got to keep it moving. Now I'm going to cut up an avocado to go into the pasta. So this beautiful avocado is going to be kind of like the cheese would have been in the old pasta that you used to crave. The old pasta that you used to eat all the time. And I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to dice it in the shell. This is just so much easier than trying to peel an avocado and then slice up the very slippery, very smooshable, that's a technical term, smooshable, fruit. This way, you just cut along the inside and you can just scoop it out with a spoon, and there you have a beautiful diced avocado. Very easy. And then I'll go ahead and give it another slice on the other side. Now this is going to be a full meal for 2 people. So if you were doing it as a side dish, it'd be for more like 4 people. Depending on your appetite, serving sizes are very subjective. I don't know if you've ever had that happen, where you look at the side of a package and say, that was 4 servings. I ate that in 5 minutes. So we've got our pasta, and we just have a couple more minutes before I throw in the veggies. Now this is some snap peas and some broccoli, about a cup of each. You don't want to overwhelm it. And I love this method of adding the vegetables to the cooking pasta, because that way it's just a one process, deal, and you only have to cook with one pot, and then you just add it to a sauce, or in this case, this lovely little herb and olive oil mixture. So I'll get a fork in here and just gently break up my diced avocado. Look at that. Oh, creamy, delicious. And it's okay to actually mash some of that avocado so that it will become more creamy when it hits the pasta, right? So we're just gonna give it a good stir. And I've got about 2 minutes left. Just going to drop in these little broccoli florets and snap peas. So my pasta's about to be done. And right beforehand, I'm just going to crush a garlic clove into my sauce. Because a little bit of garlic spicy yumminess is always good. Look at that melting, tender avocado. It's going to be super delicious. All right, so I will get my pasta out of the water and let it sit here for a second and drain. I can get it to balance. And while I shake it, I've got a bowl. So here's my hot pasta and vegetables. So tasty. And I'm going to toss them with this luscious sauce. Do that. So I've got my serving bowl ready to go. And here is a big, gorgeous bowl of lemony avocado, basil, and vegetable pasta. Look at that. Who's not going to want to eat that? And I'll put a little on this plate. Make a little bit of a twirl. So I'll put a little bit on a plate for me to try. Can you stand how delicious this is going to be? And lots of lovely vegetables. Ooh la la. Delicious, delicious pasta. So here's a little dish of that. And now I've got my avocado ice cream. Yes, I've got the avocado ice cream. Beautiful. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And I've got a little bit of mint so I can put a little garnish in there because you eat with your eyes. So I'll put a little beautiful mint leaf garnish. And there we have our avocado ice cream. So I hope you'll come and check me out at robinasville.com. See if you want to take any more classes with me. I'm doing live Zoom classes where you can cook along. And I hope you'll make this beautiful, creamy avocado ice cream because there's nothing whatsoever missing from a bowl of this ice cream. So I hope you will have a beautiful bowl of avocado ice cream with me, because who can resist, right? I tell you, this is rocking my world. And you knew it would, because when you come to my house, I am all about the flavor, baby. See you next time.